What do you think is the future of medicine? Where do you think we're heading to?
Where do I think we're heading, or where do I wish we were heading?
No. What do you think? The reality.
I mean, I think the reality is very clear. I mean, everybody's talking about AI, right? There are natural doctors that are using AI today, right? They're using AI, they're putting in blood work, they're putting in all sorts of things. They're putting in images, pictures, and they're having AI interpret their information, and then they're giving that to our patients.
Good or bad?
Me,
Yes.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
I think it's horrible.
But if you double check it, let's say you get the results, but I'm gonna just double check. Well, yeah, okay. AI can have some mistakes, right? Can do mistakes.
I think AI can have mistakes, but I would say what will invariably do, which is the same thing that I see in my practice, where the number one thing that kids will fight over, the number one thing they cry for in my practice is what?
Oh, the phone.
Right.
Good.
So they sometimes never have any exposure, but say mom leaves the phone on the bench, and mom's getting adjusted, and baby grabs a phone. You take that phone from the baby. It's like they go from locked in, totally like addicted to it, entranced by it. And you take it away. It's one of the number one reasons why kids will cry in any experience, right? And so, in my view, it's no different, right? We had a little girl in our practice recently get a little watch. It's not even a screen. A little watch with little games on it, right? And so because she's watching her mom and other people use Apple Watches and things like that, she's super excited. She's got a little tennis game, and she's like playing with it. And this girl is every visit. She's like, Dr. Stan, did you wear that shirt yesterday? Did you wear your glasses? Like those glasses, did you wear them yesterday? Like she's so present, so tuned in. The second she put that thing on her arm, gone. Just locked in. It's an analog. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing special, but it is so addictive for her, the dopamine, right? But AI, in my opinion, is that like on steroids, right? In a sense that AI is smart. There's no doubt, right? You can type in all sorts of things, ask all sorts of questions. And when you do, it comes out with, I mean, it's so funny how it actually knows how to talk to you after a while, right? And I'd be lying if I said I never used it, but it's one of those things for me that I don't believe that if it gets in the way of the doctor-patient relationship, what I consider outside of parenting, one of the most sacred relationships that could exist, that if it disconnects you from that sacred relationship, I think it in the short run might be easier, more convenient, might be more accurate, might give good recommendations, but I think it breaks the bond. I think that then creates a distance between the patient and the provider, but also maybe the system of healthcare. I think it'll only create further separation. I think healthcare is going there. I think healthcare is also going to this kind of mRNA, like GMO, like artificial thing that I don't know exactly what looks like today. Yes, we're saying Bobby Kennedy canceled 22 mRNA ventures, which is good to see. I'm glad, because that's one of the things that I've said, like, as a line in the sand. Like, I'm waiting for them to pull COVID. When they pull COVID, I'll be like, okay, they're making some waves. But we're seeing the president say how awesome Operation Warp Speed is.
Yes, please. Just yesterday.
Yeah, no one's calling it the task, right?
Double down on it.
And so at the end of the day, we see that card being played. We see the Larry Fink from Oracle talking about AI cancer, AI vaccines, and those types of things. I think it's only going to get more and more technocratic, and I think, in my opinion, I don't think it's gonna work for them.
But I always wonder, why vaccines? Why not the cure? Why AI vaccines not the cure? For instance, I'm not sick. I don't need medicine. Once I'm sick, please prescribe me the pill. Using AI, I don't care. If this gets me healthy, prescribe me the pill. That's like, why did they invent the vaccine from COVID, but not the cure from COVID? I don't need it once I'm not sick. Once I'm sick, if I am sick, I take 2 pills, I'm great. Money?
I think it's money. I think it's maybe further than maybe you would want to go on this conversation, but I think it furthers the...
I want to go as deep as you want.
And I'll be honest with you, this is not my expertise, but the more I study this, the more I'm learning is like, do viruses exist?
Ooh, you're that deep.
Right? Have you studied that or heard that?
No, no.
Right. And so some people have not even heard that yet. Right. But the people that I trust and the people that I've studied with and the people that are actually showing the real data behind the whole subject of virology are actually showing that there is no scientific basis for viruses to exist. And why that's important is, why do we have vaccines? Vaccines are almost carte blanche for a viral vector. HPV, polio, smallpox, flu, measles, chickenpox. Name one that's not a virus. In my opinion, now this is me further, like this is me 16 years in this kind of medical freedom. No, 16 years, 20 years in this, because this is my 25th year reunion for West Point. Like graduating West Point in 2000. I got out of the military in 2005. I started to learn about vaccines then because I got anthrax and smallpox, and I was really, really, really sick. And I've been studying it longer than I've been a doctor, right? But the more you learn about all these different vaccines, the more you realize that they're all based upon viruses. And when you start to look at actual viruses, they've never been shown by the scientific method to actually exist.
So what's the oldest virus that we know of?
Great question. I would say the first vaccine was smallpox, right? Smallpox in 1743. Edward Jenner
Was there an epidemic of smallpox? That's why they created the vaccine.
You watch Outlander. You watch these like different like shows that go through that medieval kind of, or that time period. That's mainly the vector that they were focused on, the smallpox. Yeah.
What do you think of RFK saying that in 5 years he sees almost every American wearing a wearable?
So this is what I think also is where healthcare is going, because he's saying that, right? Bobby Kennedy's saying that, and he knows, right? He knows more than anyone, like in my opinion, because he has portrayed himself as completely anti-totalitarian, right? Rule. He was one of the first that I heard say 5G isn't there for faster internet. It isn't so that you can play more games. It isn't so you can watch all of and stream all of your TVs. It's there for surveillance. It's there for tracking. It's for 24-hour like social credit, essentially installment, right? And now he's telling us that we're going to wear wearables. Yes, maybe in context, he was talking about blood sugar, which I have some patients that actually work in that field, and some patients that are type 1 diabetic. Like if you've never seen a child or an adult or experienced somebody potentially lose their life because of blood sugar, it's frightening, right? So for some people, that wearable is really, really important. I have a few patients that actually have that, right? Should they track it differently? Should they do other things? Sure, right? I think there's other ways that are equally important, but some families are going to be like, you know what, let's just wear it, right? Because sometimes they're teenage boys that aren't going to pay attention, that aren't going to check their blood sugar. They're going to pass out, and mom's going to be like, dude, just wear this thing because I'm not going to like worry about you dying every single day.
But isn't it Jack Ruse who said that wearable can cause blood sugar spike?
Yeah. Right. And so then that's the other side, is that people aren't even thinking about or talking about the fact that this entire technology is going to be on your system, right? That is going to be not only sending data and information everywhere else, but
no,
obviously
Apple, you're secured.
It's totally secure, right?
Of course.
Just like your Oura rings, just like all those different types of, wearables. And so in my opinion, I think he's telling you where healthcare is going. And I would also then call the question why he would say that every American would be wearing one, right?
So I'm going to tell you a short story about the Apple Watch. I used to own one since 2016. For 3 years, I was wearing an Apple Watch. I liked the technology, right? Notifications, calls, messages. I loved it. Not during the night, during the day only. Then in 2020 to 2021, I noticed that I feel like with every time I wear it, I feel like on the wrist, it's like burning. And I started having this ache in the wrist. I even got to do an MRI. Yeah. MRI showed I'm totally fine. I was like, well, what's going on? Like, why? In a month or two, I switched to the regular watch. In 2 weeks,
Gone.
no pain at all.
Yeah.
No pain at all.
Yeah.
How come?
I mean,
EMF?
I would say yes, and whatever else is there, right? That's what we know. EMF is electromagnetic frequency. Everything essentially gives that up.
Non-ionizing. It's not dangerous.
Non-native
Guys,
EMFs, non-native EMFs are arguably the most like penetrating, right? Ubiquitous, invisible things that we have to contend with, right? And so, have you ever heard that? What they call AirPods?
Bro, I'm that deep on the rabbit hole. You see my Bluetooth? It's off.
Yeah.
It's all. I do the airdrop. I turn it on for a minute and turn it off immediately for my wife as well.
But AirPods, right?
This is amazing.
Have you seen that there's like an Apple patent
No.
that says it sends, like it measures brain waves and sends and transmits?
Is it true?
Yeah. Look up Matt Rotschild, Cultivate Elevate on Instagram.
To have a patent to scan the brain and send it to... I just seen the EMF meters going with the AirPods, and I used to wear earpods till 2021. I want to say
So people,
every freaking day.
but people are showing, right? People are showing that they don't care about that, right? They don't care about EMS, right? Because you see the different Bluetooth that they wear. They want to have the freedom to be able to be portable, to be able to do whatever they want to, not be strapped down by a cord, right? That they're going to continue to use that. Almost every, I mean, say the majority of humans are going to, human beings.
Super convenient. Those are great. AirPods
It's
are
incredible.
great.
It's incredible. I
But
bet
they're
they're
frying our brains.
But
Sure.
on top of that is the back end, right? The back end is that it's not my patent. I didn't actually read it. I'm not going to read it. But if somebody theorizes that that's there, there's no way I'm going to wear that, right? But wearables in general, right? If there's suspect for an AirPod, right? Ear that we're just listening to music, that potentially is patented to transmit your brain waves and your biometric data to somewhere, who knows where. Don't you think that a company that is going to be strapping something to you for your health is going to be sharing that information somewhere else, especially when they're saying, right? They're saying, oh, this hospital system, this insurance system, they're all using, this AI platform. Palantir's like a part of this, new collaboration. It's like, oh yeah, they're just showing you where we're going, right?
In what, in a decade? 2 decades?
I think it's be way faster than that. I think it'd be way faster than that. Well, just think about how much changed in the last 5 years. AI was just a conversation like less than a year ago. It wasn't really.
No, like 2 years ago when ChatGPT was presented.
Yeah,
that was a big boom.
But something happened in the last 6 months, where it's everywhere now.
Yeah, so can you explain to me? So we had those LLMs, right? Machine learning algorithms and AI. They were horrible. Then something happened in OpenAI. We don't know what happened.
I don't know.
We've got this ChatGPT, and it's from 0 to none in a second. It's amazing.
That's what I mean.
There's no way this guy, Sam Altman, invented something. Please share. What did you invent? How is it possible? So from phones, we went from this, and that. Now we have iPhones. Awesome device, right?
Yeah.
But from AI, we had shitty product, incredible product, and like this.
So watch, and then you're watching the application of it,
Yeah.
right? You're seeing people use it in marketing. You're seeing people use it in healthcare. You're seeing people use it in virtually every industry because it's that good.
Is that right? I have a friend, so he said, I take a picture. He opens the fridge, he takes a picture, uploads it to ChatGPT and says, what can I have for dinner? And then he gets all the recipes.
It's so crazy. Okay. But just imagine what that's doing to a human, right? Meaning, yes, it might give him a better meal, but what about the process of understanding the things that he actually purchased, right? And then where did he purchase those? And then how were they raised? And then, the whole kind of not supply chain, but the regenerative cycle of what actually produces health, let alone how do I actually take the thing that I have and be able to make something that I can eat that's healthy, regenerate my body? The cycle is going to be completely disrupted, even though it's helpful, right? It's very, very helpful, and it's pretty amazing. And if you use it, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that for me and the way that I navigate, it's hard for me to even take that first step, because it's a step in the direction of, in my opinion, a level of like internal tyrannical invasiveness that I don't like to participate in, right? People that will post like or like upload all sorts of things to let ChatGPT think for them is, I think, in the short and the long run, going to be affecting you. And especially for me and my demographic of the people that follow me, parents, man, like you got, yes, you got to be up with the way that your children are talking and communicating and what technologies they're using. But at the same time, you got to be able to be the one that actually is able to lead them and ground them and have them actually know like the roots of what and why we're here, you know, which I don't believe is technologic.
So in regard to RFK Jr., do you think he had this intention when he was running and before he became the head of HHS, or he changed his mind? He was influenced by something or somebody. Because wearing a wearable, every American in 5 years, I see almost every American wearing a wearable. No, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I have some people in my corner that are very close with him, that are still very, very loyal to him.
And they know him
And know him personally,
Okay.
and they work side by side with him. They've been with him for decades, and I trust them. And so there's a part of me that says there's some sort of strategy that's there that we don't have the whole picture of, right? That's something that's really important. And
AKA trust the plan. AKA trust the plan.
trust the plan. I hate that word because that's a little too QAnon, right? And I don't know that these are the QAnon people that I'm talking with.
I believe Q is
You know what I
dead.
mean?
I want to say Q is dead for 5 years now.
I don't know. I don't know enough about that theory. But what I will say is that, I mean, I'm having my team look at our events, right? We did his first live campaign event. He asked our team to host his live campaign as an independent event. We did it down at Humphreys by the Bay in San Diego. We had 1,000 or so people there. Del Bigtree opened for him. He spoke next. I was the MC for the event. And I was really proud to do that. Like I still feel in my heart like it was a very strong pro-America thing. It was a patriotic thing. It was his first live event. And it was this movement for independent, independent politics that I feel most people were attracted to, right? And in one of the other speeches that we had with him, he said that there are 3 things that totalitarian regimes will do. And the first one is that they will strip your rights. And when they strip your rights, they will never give them back.
Never.
Right? The second is that when they strip your rights, they will exercise their ability to maximize that stripping of that right to the fullest extent possible. The third is that no one ever complies out of totalitarianism. No one complies out of totalitarianism. My concern with Bobby and many of the people who we saw very much part of don't trust the federal government doctrine with the previous administration aren't saying that anymore. They aren't saying don't trust the federal government because they are the federal government.
Because they are the federal government.
And I would say they should still say that to some degree. Don't trust me, check my work. That's what true leadership in our model of politics and our model of, this modern freedom movement, it should be don't trust me blindly. I'm not trying to teach you what to think. I'm trying to teach you how to think. Check my work. There should be an inherent way that we should be checks and balancings as these leaders. But what's happened? We've seen all sorts of things happen since these people have been installed that have basically inherently said, "Oh, just trust this administration. We got this."